どうも皆さんこんにちは、タッカーです。NBA2K19 続きをやっていきます。いよいよ待ちかね、76ers でのポイントガード。こんな感じ。オールスターゲームをキャプテンに選ばれるなんてあったんだなって思いますね。こんな感じかね、今。ただ結構きついんだよね。やっぱり僕最大まで行かないと85いかないっていうのが、最悪ドライブなんか85行けばいいのよ、今は。ボールコントロールもね、これ最大まで行けば86なんだけど、まあそっちの方はほぼ諦めております。ダンクが行けばいいなって思っておりますね、今は。まあこんな感じかな。で、バッジはこんな感じ。こんな感じですね。他は、なんかね、すごい、今これ私がやってるシーズン、怪我が多いんですよ。エンビードこの前、右手首捻挫したんだよ、試合中にね。初めて見た選手が怪我するところ。だからエンビードはいますよ。てかさ、頼むからエンビードとベン・シモンズの総合的な手形体制を上げてくれって思うよね。ね。低いからさ、上がってるのはベン・シモンズになってた。まあ、上がってるのは嬉しいことだが。低いからね、怪我しやすいね。なんかみんな怪我するのよ、なぜか。ここなら大丈夫か。えーっと、ガッソ。こっちの方でもいろいろ怪我とかしてる。今回はですね、ニューヨークニックスですか。まあ相手なんですけども、まあこれ見てればわかるんですけどね、ここだ。クリスタプス・ポルジンギスかね。右膝内側側副靭帯断裂かなでいないんですよね、現在ね。で、この99マークみたいなのあるでしょ、十字のマーク。これが赤だったら試合には出場できませんよ。で、これ、黄色かオレンジか黄色かなだったら、まあ一応試合には出れますけど、まあ、能力が下がりますよって感じ。で、緑がさっき言ったんですけど、緑だったら回復中ですよって感じかな。確かそんな感じだった気がする。つうか大丈夫かなって思うね、このチーム。まあ、あとはそうね、主要な選手でいくと大丈夫かな、いくと、アンソニー・デイビスもちょっとね、ブレイク・グリフィンもね、あとデイミアン・リラードがちょっと深刻で、あとジェームズ・ハーデンも怪我してんだよな。右膝筋で、あれその、あれ夢でも見ていたか。そうか。あれアキレス腱が断裂したって見たんだけどな。でジョン・ウォールか、そりゃ。あれそっか。ジョン・ウォールだったか。ジョン・ウォールが右アキレス腱の断裂でシーズン欠席でございますね。なんで、ウィザーズ相手にする途中は結構私は楽になったかなと思いますね。ポイントガードかね。まあそんなとこでございます。 さあ行きましょう。ダルミニアム。あとあれですよ、ダンクパッケージでね、コービー・ブライアントのダンクパッケージ取ったから、コービー・ブライアントだよな。ビンス・カーターじゃなかったはず。
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Knicks wrap up this home stretch. And of course, the big news, Joel Embiid out with the injury.
Yeah, it's going to be a few weeks until they can get him back, but not as bad as it could have been. In the end, given the way it looked, well, I tell you, when they had to help him off, they'll probably consider that to be good news.
I guess I start to think about his absence and the impact on the team, because a lot of guys now are going to have to step up and make up for the loss of that production.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the 76ers, Ben Simmons is out there with Amir Johnson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's AI. And it's Korkmaz at the 3 spot. Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
The coaches got to keep their focus. Right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
Now here's Simmons after the miss from Evan Turner. And here is Butler. 9-point game his last outing. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by AI. Turner looking around. Cantor kicks to Ntilikina. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. The shot comes out, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Here's Cantor after the made shot from AI. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake. But if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight.
Here's Ntilikina. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. Here's Turner. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Now the 76ers with it. It's been 8 unanswered points for him.
Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, as a utility night for this team, he can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Ntilikina passes to Turner, and it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
Knox, he's checked in for New York. Moutier comes in for Ron Baker. Now, here's Cantor. He's coming off a 16-point game against Indiana.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Here's Simmons.
Ooh. Okay. That's how you attack. Wow. Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here's Ntilikina. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Well, he's got both height and length, and that time showed them both.
Now, here's AI. It's a 10-point game, and he makes that one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
New York calls timeout.
And that time
last
showed
meeting
them
was in
both.
Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
For the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Cantor. Hezonja comes in for Noah Vonleh, and Trey Burke subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. Muscala, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Redick comes in for Korkmaz. Here's Knox. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Robinson finds Moutier over Simmons. New York needs to get off a shot. And the Knicks miss again. Philadelphia with the ball. Good momentum, 14 straight points. Robinson with the block, and they get it back. Good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Knicks trail by 14. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Knox. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And on the season.
Cuts off the pass. They've got Enes Kanter. Evan Turner's out there with Vonleh. And it's Ntilikina in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Hawks lit up the floor. He had 64 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him. And what became a great exhibition on his part. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Kanter kicks to Ntilikina. 5 on the clock. Back to Kanter. The 15-footer. Good. Kanter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A skilled pick-and-roll player. Kanter has great sense of timing and the ability to convert.
AI passes to Johnson. Shamet. Turner covering. Passes to Simmons. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. Simmons got 10.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Ntilikina. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And it's Turner off the drive. Kanter goes back up. And he lays it up and in. He's got 8.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
1:39 left to play in the first half. Johnson dishes to AI. Rebounded by New York.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here's the tip-top, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. So for the Knicks, Hezonja comes in for Evan Turner, and it's Moutier in for Baker. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by AI. Just 2 to shoot. Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got 4 this quarter.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
AI passes to Johnson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. Ntilikina kicks to Cantor. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got his 5th rebound in this one. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Philadelphia is shooting their first free throws of this game. He's off on the first. And I'll tell you, Brent, a lot of distractions for the Knicks over the last few years.
Well, quite a number of coaching changes, obvious changes to the front office, so that means you're turning in a different direction. And some people in the Knicks organization really having a hard time just getting along with one another.
Robinson finds Moutier. Yes, that goes in. Moutier's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
That's a great look inside for Moutier. Nice body control, and like to see him with those kind of looks.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Butler in the corner. Outside, Redick. AI outside. And he banks in the layup. AI's got 11. 9 seconds left in the second quarter. Burke with it over AI. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Philadelphia. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from AI.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Amir Johnson is out there with Simmons. Then it's AI. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward position. Here's AI. And
here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Brent, we're seeing shorter training camps. I don't know if it adds to injuries or takes away from injuries with fresher bodies. What do you think about that whole philosophy?
I believe that the shorter training camp did lead itself and lend itself to more injuries last year. And one of the things that I'm concerned with, Kevin, just on a physiological level for players, is that what they are doing to prepare themselves for the season as an individual player, working on your weaknesses and doing those sort of things, is not the same as getting in a training camp and preparing yourself for your stamina, your endurance, and your wind. And I wonder if there will be some moves in the next couple seasons about trying to get off the individual training and get back to more of the endurance stamina training so that these little injuries are just not part of a season in the future.
5 on the clock. Baker passes to Cantor. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Long arms and solid athleticism. Cantor with good physical tools to score in traffic.
AI kicks to Korkmaz. Jacks up a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Korkmaz has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Amir Johnson. A difficult situation for New York. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. Just 5 on the clock. And Vonleh has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Simmons, it's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed. They're on an absolute tear.
Ntilikina can't hit.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season, of course.
Oh,
no way. It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze. I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
He kicks it to Turner. Now, here's Cantor. 10 points for him. Baker with the bucket.
I like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
To the inside, and stolen by Vonleh. Left side, Turner. And it's AI with the rebound. Now the 76ers with it. They're on an 18-7 run. And AI throws it down.
Yes.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And it's good for 2.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Cornette's checked in, and Thomas subbed in for Knox. We've got Moutier, and it's Cantor is out there with Thomas. And it's Dotson in at the 2 guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Inside, New York moving it around. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, the shot off that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Simmons slams it in.
And the variety that Simmons offers is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Dotson kicks to Thomas. Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And there's the pass to Cornette. Outside Thomas. Here's Dotson. Outside Thomas. Pocket 6. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul for the Knicks. Turner's checked in for Cantor. And it's Ntilikina in for Moutier. Philadelphia on D. Now Turner. Shot clock at 5. Over Redick. The shot by Turner, no good.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Dotson kicks to Thomas. Pass to Dotson. pass to Cornette. Here's Thomas. The shot from the low post is good.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
The drive by Reddick. Here's AI. And that one goes long. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Dotson. Kept alive by New York. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Here's AI. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Ntilikina. Second chance effort.
The height and quickness of Ntilikina often puts defenders in tough spots. Hard to guard sometimes without fouling.
Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Kazanya comes in for Thomas. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. And I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got 2 pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one I
recent
played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
that
guy.
23.
Yeah,
that guy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the 76ers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. Turner against Smith. Here's Azania. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see. Fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Trey Burke's checked in for New York. J.J. Redick's checked in for the 76ers. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside Robinson. Here's Burke. And a miss there on the triple. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Smith the pass to Patton. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
12分でやるとね、これね、マイポイントもね、1試合につきね、25,000ぐらいもらえるのよね、私はね。今これだといくつだ ?1 万ちょいくらい。今回はこれでしたけどね。 15000ぐらいもらえるのでおすすめですね。割と時間があればだけどね。さあインタビューだ。
AI, good timing. Shaq and Kenny have a few questions for you back in the studio.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Right through here.
You guys.
この辺りも飛ばせるようになったらいいですけどね。ここは飛ばせないですけど。
Thank you.
何かこだわりがあるのでしょうか。
Hey, Shaq here. As a team, you controlled the pace tonight, seized the advantage, never really let them back in it. What was your collective mindset while trying to protect that lead?
はい。まあ調子に乗りすぎちゃダメだでしょう。上の方は完全に調子に乗ってるからね。
Well, we wanted to make sure we kept our work rate really high, you know. We didn't allow ourselves to feel comfortable. Closing out games in the NBA, man, it's never easy. As soon as you take your foot off the pedal, that lead disappears. So, credit to our guys for staying focused and not letting that happen. Thanks, man. See ya.
はい、では、なんかもうべきさ、なんじゃ。バッテリー残量がなくなったんだが、おお。派手なダンク決めるっていうか、多分ダンクパッケージね、取ってダンクするとこういうメール来るんですよ。まだミスしてないぜ。で、こうやって。エンドと上からやっていくと割といい。自分では派手ダンクやってるだろう。お、なんもない。お、ありがとう。コレ・ハリス。シャキル・オニー。自分だろそれ。マーカス・ヤング以外続かないな会話が。ちなみにこの前家行ったらね、ゲーム内なのね、アンソニー・デイビス来てましたよ。勝手に家の中上がってました。びっくりした。で、なんか料理作ってます。まあというところで一旦ここまででございますかね。加速上げとこうかな。で次もお楽しみに。またね。